Alright, YouTube should be receiving my content momentarily. Any second now. Should be receiving my content. Okay, yep, YouTube is receiving my content now. And I will be live in a moment. And I am now live. So, welcome back to Crate Storm. Once again, I am EP. And today I will be starting World 2 of Yooka-Laylee in Part 5 of my playthrough. So remember to subscribe if you want to keep watching this series. I'm going to be out of town for a little while, but sometime between around July 10 and July 12, I'm going to be back with a very exciting unboxing, as well as continuing with this Yooka-Laylee series. So before we get underway starting World 2, all that's left to do is roll the intro.
Crate Storm.
Alright, we are back. We are back now, and it is time to start World 2 to get underway with Part 5 of our Yooka-Laylee playthrough. Looks like the bad guy there, the villain, I forget exactly what his name is, was about to say something, so I probably should have listened to that. Oh, an ice world. Very interesting. And I can see a quill. I can see a number of quills right off the bat, which is always good to see. Looks like we're going to be sliding down this ice, though, if we get too close to it. So I will have to make sure I aim myself right into these little crevices. Now, however, I do have this flying ability, which should make it a little bit easier. Just to get in there, and I'm going to check for any more quills. I'm basically just following quills. And I did see some over there, but I'd rather go backwards first. I think there's going to be less over here to find. So I guess I just get up on here, wait to stop sliding, double jump, and fly over. Not too difficult. I might have to fly over from somewhere else if I want to get all the way up there, though. So maybe that's not a possibility just yet. Well, there's still quills over this way, so there's no reason I can't go this way and pick up some quills. I see 3 right here, and some ice water. Hopefully this won't harm me. I'm just going to ease my way into it to check, because in some games you will take damage if you fall into cold water. I think Super Mario 64 had something like that. I don't remember exactly. Either way, it looks like we're not going to get across unless I get up and fly. And, oh yeah, one other thing to note is I did kill 100 of these enemies now, so I've unlocked a new tonic. With the tonic lady, looks like a vending machine over here. So let's see what she has to offer. Alright, Bowler. Oh, the roll move uses less power. I think I'm fine as far as roll move power goes. For now, at least. If I have to do another one of those races, I will enable that. But for now, I'm just going to keep my 1 butterfly. I gotta stun 30 enemies to get this one. Collect 10 pages. Oh, in the original one, I have to collect... Or no, Ivory Towers, that's... I think that's the overworld. So yeah, collect 10 pages to get that one. And then 10 Ghost Riders, and I become fall proof. Which is good to know, because I thought that you were just automatically fall proof. I thought that this game didn't have fall damage, but yesterday I learned that that is unfortunately not the case. Alright, so these guys in here that you see off to the left, I'm supposed to collect them. So I've got to find some way to get through this brick wall here. But first I can collect these quills. And then these guys, I just have to ground pound near them, and they get taken care of real easily. And I have not seen any vase like this before, so I want to see what's in these. Apparently nothing. Let's hop up onto this brick, and then up onto the ledge above. And then, I'm not sure if this area is safe to walk on. Looks like it is. I wonder why this looks different. You would think that this would be the kind of platform that you would slide down, especially in an ice world. Alright, there's a fire here, which I probably shouldn't touch. Although I can come over here and collect up these quills. See if maybe there's a way to drop down into the area I just saw. Okay, it looks like I have to jump over this fire. Or put it out somehow. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to jump over that fire, so I will need to put out that fire. And then, from there on, the only thing I guess I can do is to continue on. So, this... Oh. Interesting, we need to warm up before we can go in that area, so maybe whatever ability lets us do that will also allow us to put out the fire. And of course, down here, right in front of us, we have Trouser, the very annoying snake who wears shorts the wrong way. And stores his phone in his pants. How come this guy always gets to the worlds I go to before I do? I think I'd take the pirate movie disc here. If you have that as a liquid, it's going to be a lot hotter than coffee or tea. Alright, looks like he's got new inventory down here. Alright, absorb the power of gobbled items for 40 quills. Looks like that's the one that we want, but I will need 40 quills. So, the exploration continues to find 40 quills. Fortunately, off to our left, I saw some more quills. And if it did come down to it, I could always go back to the first world, but I definitely don't want to do that. So hopefully I am able to find enough quills over here to purchase whatever move I need. There's a cave there, but I'm going to check what's going on with this pagie first. And I just failed that challenge outright. All that's left to do, I guess, is pound on the button again. Or just wait the 25 or so seconds. This must be a long course, because this is not an easy game. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This reminds me of why I hate the controls for this game. That's okay though. I'm going to see if I can still make it through. And that's looking like that's going to be a no. Oh well, I will come back to this later. For now, let's explore that cave up there. That is, if we can actually get to it. Alright, we're up to the cave now. Going inside. Always exciting things in these. This one in particular is very bright. Oh, and this is actually a cave. Not just the Duke's Temple or something of that variety. So hopefully I will be able to absorb these when I have 40 quills and I'm able to buy that other move, but we'll see. And it seems that the fire has no effect on the ice. Now, can I talk to this pagey at all? I cannot, but apparently pagies cannot be set on fire, which is also good to know for future reference. So I should probably grab this again just for good measure and head on into the cave. Okay, so his hat fled. Presumably he needs that back. And yep, he says the same thing. So we're looking for a hat, I think. So I wonder if these bigger ones are going to last longer than the smaller plants do. That's an exit, so let's try the other branch of this fork, see if we can't find anything else. That's not going to work. So up we go, and finally one of these platforms actually makes us slide down. It's about time. You'd think in an ice world there would be more of these than anywhere else. Although, it looks as if I cannot actually get up there, even when I'm rolling. So I guess to the other exit it is. Alright, we've come out and, oh, we're in a whole different area. Plenty of quills here. That's going to be important coming up, because we need that 40 quill move. So we've got one of these. He's the scout or the master or whatever they call them. He takes 2 hits to kill. He's got a little thing on his head, that's how you can tell. Brings us up to 40 quills, so I now have enough to go back to Trouser. And if you see that pagey in the chest over there, that's the same pagey that we were trying to get earlier. So we know we're in more or less the same place. We can at least find Trouser when we have to. He should be over here somewhere. And let's see what this fish tank girl has to say. Interesting. So our enemy of sorts has told people about us. Interesting, she's turned herself into a tentacle monster of some kind. Tentacle difficulties. I've just been tweaking my favorite invention. Power to transform. Only a damaged prototype was left behind. Oh, Dr. Quack, that's the guy who quizzed us in part 4, which you can watch. If you go to the playlist, you can watch part 4 in our Yooka-Laylee playlist. Alright, well, other than one small incident. Interesting, she needs a molly cool. Well, we may not have found that yet, but I have found some quills up here, which will be useful when we want to buy the second one of those 40 costing moves from Trouser. Let's knock out this little pair of eyes, and we can be on our way. This guy just does not want to be caught. Okay, we can just surrender on that, I guess. Grab the quills and be on our way. Also, from looking at the top of the quill, it seems that they're not actually 3D models. They're just 2D sprites that display in the direction of the player. And we might as well see what's in here. So far, the caves in this level have proved pretty interesting. This does not seem to be a cave. This seems to just be another area that was a little gateway towards. Alright, that was a close call. We need to find some more butterflies pretty soon, if we don't want to die. I'm going to grab these quills, and I think we should just continue on our way here. All of these huts have quills on top, fortunately. And let's knock out a few of these guys. That should yield some butterflies. Or yield death. Who knows? You never know. But we do have 40 quills now, and oh, well, we're starting at the beginning of this area. But if we had started at the beginning of the level, we could have gone back to Trouser. So let's take these guys out. For real this time. And that's exactly what I was looking for before. This doesn't appear to be anything here, just the food they were cooking. Nothing that's going to be of value to us. Now let's see if I can stick this landing on one of these platforms. Looks like I don't even need to. This is water here, and there must be no fall damage going into water. Don't try that in real life, though. The water will act like concrete when you hit it. Alright, so I think these quills are trying to tell us that we need to go down. And maybe we will find whatever made that awful and creepy noise down here. Also, worth noting, we cannot attack underwater. Alright, I've made it through most of these platforms, so I've got the quills. Let's see if this is an area that I recognize up here. Yes, it is. We are actually almost back to Trouser if you see him at the center of the screen towards the top. Actually, at the very top of the screen, but in the center, not towards the left or right. We are about to head right at Trouser. It's interesting to see how all of these areas are interconnected like this. So now that we have a much better sense of the world, we can start getting pagies and expand it once we have 5. It's banned in 3 modern game genres. Well, what isn't? Quality assurance move. That does seem banned usually. Alright, so this tongue should be more spectacular. I wonder where this is going. You can observe the properties of your food. Okay. Fire, honey, and other bits, so probably ice. Look on the internet, we can go back to the aforementioned Yooka-Pedia. And I think all that's left to do now is attempt that pagie again and go back into the cave and see if we can absorb some properties that may help us advance in earlier areas. Also, some kind of tower to ascend over there. Generally, if you're ascending something, it's a good sign. It means that there's something of value at the top that we're looking for. Although, this stream's been going 21 minutes, 22 seconds now, and I have still yet to have a pagie, so... Or I guess, the way you're seeing it, it's almost 22 minutes, because there is a slight delay. But, yeah, there's not yet a pagie. So apparently Yooka can absorb the powers of what he swallows. I'm guessing that means that his abilities don't run out when he eats these things. Although clearly they do. Maybe we need to talk to Trouser again. Just to see what was going on with that. And then if I'm still getting this right, we can head over to the tower I was talking about and see what's up on top there. Alright, this should give us a list of purchased moves. Okay, yeah, so this is just absorbing the properties of our food. This isn't actually going to change, well, much of anything. So let's head back over to this pagie, and hopefully this time the challenge will work, because I'm not waiting another 45 seconds for it to run out. Alright, that's a platforming nightmare. I'm gonna have to wait until I get an actual controller, which may not be until the next episode, which, like I said, will not be for a while, before I'm able to complete that. Or at least enable the manual camera control mode. In any case, I can begin to ascend this tower, and pick up quite a few quills along the way. So, when you hit those things, you fall off. No, when you hit those things, those butterflies, they refill your stamina, or whatever that bar is called, your power, your energy. I call it your stamina. But when you eat them, that's when it refills your health. So if you accidentally hit them, then you can't eat them. Interesting, we're supposed to get firewood. Oh, okay. Get to work. Get to work, it tells us. I'm not exactly clear on what we're supposed to be doing. I think it's probably just going to be quite a few ground pounds, though. Although, if our payment is pagie based, then this could work very well in our favor. Okay, this was actually for the first time now. We've had one of these ramps, now we have two of them, where we do have to roll up and we actually can roll up. And still seems to be... Okay, we do need to get this guy out of here at some point. Still seems to be no butterflies here, so no way to regain health. Although this next ramp should be easier, should not require us to... Oh! Wow, I guess they are taking the ice seriously now. Alright, so it looks as if we will not be able to ground pound this statue away. Also looks like that's just a transportation system, so I might as well see what's up here. Hopefully before I get killed, which just happened. Oh well, at least it's not that far and now I know what I'm doing. I'm going to attempt this platforming nightmare, I think is what I called it, once again. And I am going to fail at it. You've got to do that all at once. The timer's still running, even though I've clearly walked away. Okay, so when I get a certain distance, that's when the timer shuts off. That's good to see, good to know. Looks like there aren't any problems with our stream health. Looks like there might have been at one point there, but it's back up if there was. And now once we're back up here, we will be back to the statue. But these are the guys I gotta watch out for. Alright, I'm just going to avoid those guys entirely and see if I can head up here without any trouble. I say before jumping into one. But no, I'm clearly not going to be able to defeat these without some kind of projectile. So I just gotta go up here. I found a quill, and I found something I will need to smash once I get the ability to do so. That's certainly an alternative to waiting for a platform. Now we're talking. Now these are bombs. Alright. This is looking much nicer. Looks like they do fire out fairly slowly though. So we will need to get much closer before we can do some real damage to this attempt at a statue. Also, it looks like the explosions do not harm us. Do not harm Yooka and Laylee, which is also good to know. No matter how close they get, it's not going to be an issue. So I think I'm just going to need to roll the rest of the way, because this ability disappears so quickly. So once I get to here, I just need to roll. Alright, now we're talking. Blowing away all the little pieces to the statue. Looks like there's only one more up at the top, but our explosive capabilities have run out. So I will need to go back once more in order to get the necessary preparations. And then, once I've done that, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try jumping across here. And I don't think it's going to work. It probably won't. But if I jump onto the ramp, just maybe I'll be able to see what's on the other side of that cracked rock wall. Alright, the statue is now finished. It is now complete, and I think we get our pagie now. So there we go. We can go pick up the pagie whenever we're ready. Now is when I'm going to try the thing I've been meaning to try. So I'm going to come across here, get this bomb power up, and now see if I can make it all the way over. Nope, that's not going to happen. I will lose a considerable amount of health though, but it looks like I am not going to make it over. Not just yet, at least. I think I have to aim a little bit farther down and really commit to that, because I do still have the power up for now. And now I also have a pagie. So 1 down, 4 more to go until we have unlocked the expansion to World 2. And with that I am dead. Maybe it's not worth exploring there after all. Although I probably should. So I'll try it one more time just because... like I said, I probably should at least see what's up there. And then I'm going to head over in this direction. Just that general direction to see what's there. Or to that underwater cave. Actually, yeah, that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the underwater cave. So let's see if this new ability we purchased actually gives us anything. Because up here is, nope, nothing yet. Up there is the ice that we need. The ice that we need to break to get what's inside. Oh, so close that time. I was almost there. I think if I just defeat all of the enemies that are still up here. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to head back to the ground. Take a bit more fall damage. And I figure if I take any more fall damage, it's probably just time to give this up anyway. No, I cannot get up there with a double jump. Alright, I'm just going to go grab the power up again because I would not have enough time if I were to continue with that abysmal performance. It's looking like I'm gonna make it. Okay, I am part of the way there. I have partly melted this cube of ice, so I know that it is working. And I know that it can work. I, however, have died. So I might as well try something new. I'm going to go down into the underwater cave. At least what I think is an underwater cave. Could be another one of those temples. And with that, we're in. And somehow, miraculously, in the Gloomy Gem Grotto, there is no water, even though directly outside of this passageway, there is a huge amount of water. So maybe they have some kind of membrane that I just don't know about, that keeps the water out. Looks like this is exactly what we need in terms of looking the right way. Or not necessarily looking the right way, but being able to see where we're going. And with that we have 40 quills as well, which is the right number that we needed. So now we can buy the high jump. And that jump may also allow us to unlock a few new areas, which is good. And just to be extra scrupulous, I am going to pick up that quill. Okay, it looks like from here I can kind of see the edge. I need to come over here and eat this so I can light the rest of the path. This is a very interesting area here. Very interesting how they've got this set up so you can't really see. It's like one of those ghost house levels in the Mario games. And I wonder if this is the honey that Trouser was talking about. Because it sure looks like honey, but that's not what honey typically does. And typically honey is used as a sweetener, not as a light source. And, of course, that puts me back to the beginning. Oh, well, at least I kind of know where I'm going now. And I'm not even going to bother with those guys now. Let's see, we need to make our way over to this next honey pot. Ah, now this is pod racing. If we eat a bit more of this, gather up some more stamina and health, as well as stamina. Yooka seems to have the stamina to get through this section of the game. Down again. I have fallen once more. Okay, this time we're gonna go very quick. We know what's going on in this level. fact, I really don't even need the light because I already know where I'm going. Like here, I'm not even going to take any more light because I know I go to the edge here, which I can already kind of see in the dark. And then I jump and I fly over to this. I will pick up this quill just for good measure, especially considering now that I don't need the light to last as long. I can pretty easily get this to where I'm going just based on memory alone. And I forgot to even pick these up. I gotta say, I much prefer this new color palette for Yooka, with the glowing yellow body and the little white things on his head. It's a good look for him. This I should be able to get up without the need to roll. There, I just have to know that enemy is there. See, too much of this game seems to be about memorization. Right, you memorize where the enemies are, you memorize where you have to go for the platforming sections. It's not as much based on skill and that sort of a thing. So I'm thinking right now the best strategy may just be to avoid this guy. Unless I can get ice again. And that was a very creepy laugh. I don't know if that came in on your end, but that was a very, very creepy laugh there. We just heard. Okay, I think we are relatively safe now. This platform appears to be non-moving, so I just glide over to here, get some more light, and slide down here. There we go. I'll see if there's any sort of hidden areas over on this side. Looks like there's not, so I might as well just come down here. And that was still not enough to replenish my health. Still. And I think this is it. I think this is another pagie. Could it be? I mean, that would only be the second pagie this stream still, out of the 5 that we need. It is! Pagie number 2. 3 to go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a pagie. And here we are at the beginning again. I'm not going to go through there again. So I guess I go back out into the water. Challenge complete. Pagie found. Now I'm going to find Trouser again, now that I have 30 quills, and see what that other move he has is. Because I think that may help me over on this other area, over on those towers over there, to be able to smash the rock and melt the ice and get to all the secret areas I wanted to get to. So let's talk to Trouser. He's going to talk about his customers. Elongating all of his S sounds. Lizard leap. Yes, I am sure that that is the only move remaining, and also the only move that I have enough quills for. Alright, if I want to beat his athletic records. Okay, yeah, control in space. that's fairly standard. Just crouch and then jump. Super Mario Bros. 2, the fake American one, not the real one, has that. Super Mario USA, that one was called in Japan. And of course, if I try to jump and test out my new move in the presence of Trowser, he just tries to sell me something. So maybe I have to charge for longer? Okay, there we go. I still have to be holding control when he jumps. So let's see if I can get up onto that ledge just off to my left there. Wow, this thing really works. Seems Laylee does give up after a little while. And I must say that jump height, not as impressive as I was hoping for. Still, worth a shot. It is worth taking a shot at this again, and then we can ascend this other series of ramps, which look to be full of quills. And who knows, maybe on the next world we won't even have to wait around before we can buy the new move. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to use my special spring jump I just got. As soon as I grab the fire power up again, I'm going to use the special spring jump I just got to go on top of this tower, melt some ice, and then jump up to where I could find a bomb, and use that to blow up a section of rock. It'll be a controlled demolition. And that is exactly where the ice was right there, so I just have to do the same thing all over again. So I think what I need to do is make sure that this spring jump is saving me time, not costing me time. Alright, I can roll from here. I'm rolling up. I'm making much better time this time. I think I can do it. And, oh yeah, it's looking like that is not going to happen. Unless I get up there considerably faster. Which I don't think will be a possibility. And there was that laugh again. Sounds maniacal. So I guess all that's left to do is hop over there, grab some bomb flowers, and see if I can get anything done back over here. I'm not going to make it there. I will lose a considerable amount of health due to fall damage, though. I can count on that. Although this bomb lasts a lot longer than I expected, so maybe, just maybe, I can make it over. I'm going to give it one more shot, and then I'm going to head off to another area. Alright, we'll pass these guys again. They're basically useless, can't really do anything, and I definitely don't want to get hit again, because if I get hit again, that means I am done. Now from here I'm just going straight over, straight over, straight over. Nope. That doesn't work. I do get to come out underwater this time, though, apparently, because I guess that's where I was last. It's a very strange place to come from. I guess that means if you want to save yourself at the checkpoint, though, you can just enter a door and exit it, and you will remain right there. Let's see what this keyhole is all about here. Maybe I can grab these quills also. Maybe I can swim through the keyhole. Looks like that's not going to be a possibility, so somewhere I have to find this key. Maybe it's what's on top here. Also, I see an opening of some kind, so to get the checkpoint I was talking about, and then also just to see what's back there, I'm going to head in. It's interesting, it's guarded off quite a bit. Maybe, if it's guarded off, that means there's something good back here. No, I think I've been to this area before. I think I have been to this area. I see this blockage here, which I'll need to take care of with fire. Okay, yeah, that's for a pagie, so I need to find somewhere around here where I can get that fire power up, and then head back over and destroy that with fire. I see a quill down here. I don't see a fire power up, however, but I do see a cave, and a number of enemies, one of which just hit me. One moment here. And we're back. So this cave finally looks like how an actual cave should look. Well, it's underwater, which is that there is water in the cave. But now, despite the terrible, terrible camera controls, I need to grab this ghost guy. So first I'm going to grab the quills up here. And talk to the snowman. Still missing a hat. And there we go. That is the next ghost that I needed to capture for this world. It looks like there's 5 for each world, and so far I have not found any others, so maybe this will not go quite as well as I hoped. Other than that, I think that's all that is in this cavern. So all that's left is for me to leave. Hopefully I will get out of here before those enemies become an issue again. But apparently not before those enemies become an issue. And then I think I'm about ready to head back and see what was up that other tower if I go try to ascend it. So, here we go. I can kind of see it. I just need to find a place where this meets the ground. Looks like it's right in front of me. And I will need to roll up this whole front section here. So apparently I cannot get up there yet. I will need the sticky honey that was talked about by Trouser. And, seeing as I don't know where exactly that sticky honey would be found... Oh, well now I do. Isn't that just terrific? Now I can walk up here without issue. And I'm up. Just like that. That was a lot quicker than I expected. I might as well eat some of these ice power-ups while I still can. And let's see what's over here. Barely made it. Okay, looks like this is a refill on honey. So I'm going to grab some more honey, head over here. I'm going to grab these ice pellets once again. And continue heading up the mountain. I'll probably need to get a honey refill. But first, I will have to drop into the water. So yes, I'll probably need a honey refill over there. Looks like I ran out of time. So I will just grab my honey at that aforementioned little, what's it called? Beehive. I will get honey out of the beehive, I will reascend, and then I will continue getting honey out of beehives as I go up. And it looks like I don't even need to roll on this part if I have honey, which is good to know. I'm going to take this little tram over also. Over to this area, because I do see quills here. And I do want to get these quills. And then, once this cart comes back over, I can get on here, and once it gets a little bit higher, I can jump over to the snowy platform. Of course, I need honey again. So I'll get up here, jump and fly, just like R. Kelly believes he can do. Except I actually can. Then I will head back over here and head back up this tower. Okay, there we go, we're up. So now that we're up, I can get this honey over here pretty easily. I can collect these butterflies, even though I really didn't need to. I will collect the honey once again, and then now I can continue to ascend. I really should collect those quills, but I'm not going to because I don't really have an interest in falling down and failing again. But just my luck, there is a key protecting this. So it looks like I will not be getting up there right now. I do seem to be in another area though, so I may as well check it out. And what's that down there? It looks like some kind of encampment. Now, if I could find another place with the honey, which maybe I can, I should be able to get up that slope I tried to initially, but couldn't. And then it looks like there's some kind of crevice. Nope, that's just a crevice. That's not a secret passage. Let's see what this guy has to say. Kartos. Okay, this is the fun part. This is the part I've been waiting for. So he's gonna ride the rails. Okay, this is gonna be fun. This should be a fun part of this. Okay, we'll find plenty pagies. Well, that's what we need. We need 3, and I think 3 counts as plenty. So yes, let's be his partner on a ride. So let's jump into his back. Alright, we need to find 100 gems before we reach the finish line. Yes, I do need to know the controls. So space to jump, Z, which means click to fire, and then WASD to boost or brake. Easy enough. $50. Okay, I think he said 100. So I guess we'll try again. We'll rustle up some more gems for the pagey. Okay, we're looking better this time. Okay, a little bit better that time. We got up to 35 pretty early. So yes, let's try again, even though Yooka is nowhere to be found. Let's try again. I'll try this a couple more times and then I think we'll just call it a stream. You know, this is supposed to be one of the most fun sections, at least in my opinion. These minecart sections should be the most fun. But this is just terrible controls. Okay, let's give this one more shot. And then I am going to... Alright, yeah, we didn't even make it. So I'm going to give this one more shot, and then I'm going to call it a stream. Okay, 79. 79 is a lot closer to 100. Still not quite there, though, so we made it more than halfway. You know what? This is going to leave something very exciting for the next episode, which, like I said, because I'm going to be out of town, will not be coming for a few days. So I am going to say no to that. I'm going to escape, I'm going to save, and I'm going to stop the stream here. Yeah, no chance. Okay. I will be back. And oh look, they've changed all these to snowmen for this world. Alright, so I'm going to save and quit. Save and quit. Thank you very much for watching. This has been part 5 of my Yooka-Laylee playthrough. Part 1 was the introduction, and then parts 2, 3, and 4 were World 1. So I would recommend going back, watching all of those if you haven't already. Watch this, continue watching the series. Make sure to subscribe to CrateStorm and enable notifications so that you are notified of our upcoming content. We've got Paladin stuff coming, we've got Pokemon Showdown stuff coming, we've got Team Fortress 2 stuff coming, and we have a very exciting unboxing coming sometime between July 10 and July 12. We also have a couple of other unboxings that are planned after that, but the only one that's firm right now is that very exciting one I was talking about between July 10 and July 12. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking the video and recommending it to others. Thank you for leaving a comment if you did, and thank you very much for subscribing.